Hey, friends. I hope you're doing great today. I'm coming to you from my back porch, and I hope you're enjoying a good lunch break wherever you are. This last weekend, our students had a discovery weekend that was really fantastic. Their theme was limitless. And if you have talked to any of our students or any of our parents or our youth director, Will, or any of our SCAD of volunteers who helped make the weekend possible, you'll know that it was a fantastic weekend. The prayer service on Saturday night was a delight. And we remembered our baptism. We prayed together, and tears were flowing. Laughter was on the lips of our people. And then Cadence preached on Sunday morning, and you can see that sermon as well as the whole service that our students hosted for us on Sunday mornings. So that's available on our YouTube channel. And I invite you to go check that out as well if you haven't. If you've not yet subscribed to our channel, we want to invite you to do that. This is a great way to stay up to date with things that are going on in the church. And anytime we go live with messages or any other content, it's helpful for you to not only click the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, but also that little bell will notify you whenever we go live. So you know that already. And if you've not yet found our website and you're brand new to this St. Mark experience, I want you to jump over there, reach out to us, hit us up with email questions. We love getting together with our people and connecting with you. So we are always here for you to support you in the high moments and in the heavy moments. And so we're just thrilled to be able to join you in ministry to see what Jesus is doing. It's a remarkable time to be alive and to be a part of the ministry here at St. Mark United Methodist Church. I've got a really brief message for you today, but one that's worth remembering. It's one that I come back to often. We talk about it in some cohorts of clergy leaders that I'm a part of here in North Alabama, and it's an image that I think is deeply biblical. It's an idea that will help you in your work life. It'll help you in your relationships. The way that we frame our ethics, our politics, everything in between. It is just deeply wise and one that is counterintuitive to a lot of us. So the idea is not mine. I'm not claiming any of its origin. I'm just passing it on to you as a humble learner. The basic premise is this: is that our future that we live into is going to come about in one of two primary ways. And the overwhelming predominant way that the future comes into existence is by slight alterations to a past history. Okay. So basically, what we're allowing the past to do is to dictate what's known as our default future. All right, you can see how this plays out in your day to day life. Today is going to be mildly different than yesterday. And yesterday is mildly different, but largely the same as the day before. Alterations, when we look back over our life over time, most of us are falling into allowing that past to dictate our current and ergo our future. Right. So when you see that kind of line of continuity, we are beholden, we are guided by the past. Now that's one way of looking at things, and there's great wisdom to that. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We have heroes of our faith, of our politics, of our families. All these things, these are wonderful. By no means am I pushing those aside, but we just need to see with clear eyes that our current day and our future are in many ways being dictated by that. All right, that's option one. The harder thing to get into, and it's hard because a lot of us can't envision a different mode of thinking than that. But the other mode is, instead of allowing the past to dictate our default future, what if we shifted our mindsets to dream of what the future will be and then allow that to dictate our current reality? Right. So instead of a default future, the default past that's set, driving us into a basically static future, what if we were able to dream about what future lies ahead of us and then align ourselves in the now so that that future reality, the preferred future, actually comes into existence? Right. That's a big idea. And it's one that when I say it out loud to you, you're going, oh, of course. That makes perfect sense. So what? Well, this is a deeply biblical way of seeing the world. I'm teaching a course on Wednesday nights on Revelation, and I am having so much fun getting into the research and diving into some of the stuff that I had a course on it in seminary that was deeply meaningful for me, and to dig back into it has just been a blast. In many ways, what that book is doing, yes, it's encouraging a persecuted Christian minority to stand with bold conviction in the face of a Roman imperial regime that is either by force or by seduction, allure, warping their understanding of the gospel of Jesus Christ into worship of a different and subtle difference here, but a suboptimal uh, deity that these Roman emperors were claiming divine status, trying to allure them away from worship of Jesus, and that revelation of John is telling them to stand firm in their faith, right? That's part of what it's doing, and a huge revelatory thing for a lot of us to understand. But it's doing more than that as well. It's painting a picture of a preferred future, one in which Jesus, the Lamb on the throne, the slaughtered Lamb of God, his all encompassing work through his life, death, resurrection, his salvation of the whole world, all of that wins. Okay. All of that creates a multi ethnic, diverse population from all across the globe that's gathering at the cross, that's gathering at the throne and worshiping rightly, worshiping God as God is, right? And so there's this future. This reality that the revelation of John is painting for us to remind us that the future is going to drive the present. So instead of falling into the temptations of the Roman Empire, of Babylon redressed over and over, what we're doing is instead of allowing that to dictate the present and the future, instead shift our vision to see what God's preferred future is, and therefore to align our present reality with that future. Right. So you can see how that starts to play out in policy decisions that are made in politics, healthcare, all across the board. You can see how churches, instead of always relying on what always has been, take the best of that, but also align that with what God's future reality is. And then that shapes the present. So the question simply this. All right, let me just recap all this. Are you going to allow a past to dictate your future course of events? It becomes your default future if you let it. And without a decision, that's what's going to happen. Or you can craft a different present day reality that's based on a future that is your preferred future, which is God's preferred future, all of that wrapped up so that preferred future drives our present actions. Keep that in mind today. It's super important. It's super simple, but it's infinitely complex. You're going to see how it starts to shape the way that you do everything in your life. And and I'm beginning to see the fruits of it in my life. I don't have this thing perfected either. I'm on this journey with you guys, but y'all, this is a key mindset shift that I think is just really crucial. And I hope it's helpful for you. Let me know what you think. Let me know how this is playing out for you. As always, I love you. I'm praying for you. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Peace.